What's up, everybody? It's Chris from One Take. Today was a crazy, bloody day in the stock market. It totally sucked. We watched Doge crash, we watched Bitcoin crash, we watched SPY crash, and it was rough. But here's some memes that'll hopefully make you feel just a little bit better. It's putting a band-aid on a broken bone, all right? But I do want to say that if you've been following my channel, we have kind of been expecting this just by looking at some charting and macroeconomics like CPIs and GDPs. So we have been seeing this coming, but also I don't want to sit here and say that I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm going to be wrong sometimes. And the goal of my channel is just to hopefully give you something to learn that'll help you out going forward, but also have fun at the same time, because this sucks. Bear markets suck. Who wants to be in a bear market? Not me. But yeah, that's the goal of my channel, and hopefully I can accomplish that. Just let me know in the comments below if there's anything I could do better for you guys. All right, so the goal of today's video is to check out the CPIs and GDPs that we're experiencing now and compare that to the 2008 recession and just see if we could predict where we're headed now based on what we saw in the past. So that's the goal. Hopefully we can accomplish it. All right, thanks guys. Oh, and remember to please subscribe. 81 subscribers, goal's 100, we're almost there. So let's get into the video. All right, so let's check it out. This is SPY, it's a general market indicator, and we're down around 25% from all-time highs. To be in a bear market, you need to be down 20%, and typically bear markets last for around 11 months with a 33% pullback. If we have a 33% pullback, that'll put us down around $320 a piece, SPY. But if we look historically, compare that to 2008, 2008 had a 56% pullback, and if we did that, that would put us at around $240 SPY. So we have a range, $240 to $320 SPY is kind of what we're looking at. I'm not really sure how far back we'll go, but I'm assuming it's going to be larger than a 33% pullback just because of the magnitude. The whole world's involved in this recession. It's not a recession yet, but we're going to get that news in July. So we'll just see how this plays out. But let's check out some of the indicators that I'm looking at just to see how bad of a recession we're potentially setting up for. So if you look here, this is 2008's unemployment rate. It went from 4% to 10%. You compare that to what we're at now. We're at 4%. So we're kind of looking at a possibility of getting up to 10% unemployment. And we're already seeing Tesla cutting some employees, and then other big corporations as well. So it's starting, and we're just going to have to watch the data on this and, just see how far down that goes. And then if we check out the GDP, this is what the GDP was during 2008. And this is why I think they had a kind of longer drawn out time period for their recession ultimately, because they wound up having a positive quarter, and then a negative quarter, positive quarter, and then negative quarter. So this positive quarter right here prolonged their recession, in my opinion, because ultimately you need two negative GDPs in a row, so 2 quarters in a row to be negative, and then that is the indicator that you're in a recession. And GDP just means the revenue of the United States. So we weren't making money for 4 quarters in a row right here. So what we're looking at now, if we look at where we're sitting, we have 1 negative GDP so far. And let's see if I brought that up. Yeah, right here. So we have 1 quarter that's a negative GDP, and we're waiting to see if we're going to have another negative GDP coming up in July. So July 28th is when they're going to tell us if it's negative again, and if it is, that's when they're going to confirm that we're in a recession. So I think it's going to happen. What do you guys think? You think we're in a recession? Do you think we're not? Do you think this is just going to bounce around? Seriously, I want to know your opinion. So that's what we're looking for coming forward. And also the CPI, this is what we're experiencing now, and that was at the record of, where was it, 8.6% right here, 8.6% record inflation since 1981. So again, that makes me believe that the GDP is going to be negative coming up, and ultimately we'll probably have a recession coming. So ton of crazy crap going on, and Federal Reserve will meet this Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. to let us know if they're going to do an even higher interest hike to try and pull back inflation. So Wednesday is probably going to be another bloodbath. And then again, July, where is it? So this Wednesday coming up is going to be a bloodbath. July 28th is going to be a bloodbath. And ultimately, we're going to watch SPY, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all that crash. I've showed you guys that 320 it would be a 33% pullback SPY. I think it's going to be more. What do you guys think? Think it's going to be less? You think it's going to be more? To me, it really just feels like we're going to watch a lot of money being pulled out. And let's check out Bitcoin right now. $23,000 Bitcoin. It just broke down from its support of around 25,000. And the floor for me, well, the next level support is when we check out its previous all-time high, so around 20,000. So that can totally come into play. If that does, it's going to continue to rip Doge down. Doge just broke down from its support of 6.3. And I put a line here. 4.2 is a previous support that I was seeing, 4.16. So I think that's really going to come into play. And ultimately, I don't think this is going to turn around until we finally get inflation under control and we finally get people more jobs, even though people haven't lost their jobs yet. Like, that's how early we are in this. So it's going to be really rough. It's going to be really, really rough. I still believe in Doge and Bitcoin and all those things. And SPY, if you think SPY is going to the ground, then you're kind of betting against America, in my opinion, which isn't a bad bet, but I personally think it's going to turn around. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a couple months, 6, 7 months until finally we get some good news and can get out of this rut. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Remember to please like, comment, and subscribe. 320 SPY can definitely come into play. All right, so thanks, guys. Can't wait to see you in the next one.